Good morning, students of class 9. Welcome back to the online classes now. Let us continue our lesson in English. My Childhood. It's an autobiography, extract from the autobiography of our former President Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So now we have finished up to paragraph 3. Today we will continue paragraph 4. Now look at, there are altogether 6 points I have written over here. Now number 1, every child is born with some inherited qualities. Qualities means characteristics into a specific socio-economic and emotional environment. What does that mean? This means that every child is born with some good qualities that is their parents had and they have adopted. It is passed down from parents to their children. That is called inherited. Inherit means to pass down certain good qualities. It is being passed down to their children. So now not only the good qualities, even diseases, certain kind of sicknesses are also the characteristics. Certain characteristics are passed down from parents to their children. That is called inherited. Now here some inherited qualities, certain qualities we have adopted from our parents, that is characteristics, into a specific means special, socio-economic. Socio means society, where the child has grown, in which environment the child is grown. Economic, what type of situation the family has or the area has, whether it is a poor locality or a rich locality, having prosperous locality. You can see that. Socio-economic and emotional environment. Emotional means we get love and care from our parents, from our friends, from our relatives. In the society we get love, care and everything, whatever we get from our society. Friendship, generosity. So not only the inherited qualities, but the qualities that the child adopts from the society, from the family, socio-economic and emotional environment determines the quality of a child. Not only the inherited qualities. Of course, the child will get inherited qualities. Apart from that, in which environment the child grows, that determines his character later on in future. So now we will talk about number 2, Abdul Kalam. We are talking about our former president. Abdul Kalam inherited, adopted the quality honesty and discipline. Honesty and discipline he adopted. He inherited from his father. His father was very honest. He was well disciplined. So naturally that characteristics, that quality, Abdul Kalam also he got by birth from his father. Honesty and discipline, that quality he adopted from his father. Inherited. Faith and goodness. Faith in goodness. Faith, belief in goodness and deep kindness from his mother. You see that he inherited good qualities from his father and mother, along with his 3 brothers and 1 sister. Abdul Kalam, he had 3 brothers and 1 sister. So naturally the family, that's why their family was secure emotionally. They got good qualities from their father and mother, as their father and mother were very good, gentle, kind as well as honest and well disciplined, and they believe in goodness, doing good work. They believe that we must do good work, we must show kindness, we must share things These are the good qualities that Abdul Kalam and his brother and sisters adopted and inherited from their parents. Number 3, in his childhood, while Abdul Kalam was very young, in his childhood, he had 3 close friends, intimate friends. They never separated. Abdul Kalam had 3 best friends when he was very young. Who were they? They were Ramananda Sastri, Aravindan, and Siva Prakashan. So these 3 were the best friends, Abdul Kalam's intimate friends. They always stayed together, they always played together, they always studied together in the same class. So they were very best friends. So Ramananda Sastri, Aravindan, and Siva Prakashan were Abdul Kalam's best friends. All these boys they belong to the Orthodox family. Orthodox means deeply religious. Those who have deep religious feeling, they are called Orthodox. So Orthodox means deeply religious Hindu Brahmin family. You see there, Ramananda Sastri, Aravindan, and Siva Prakashan belong to the Hindu family, Orthodox Hindu family, deeply religious Hindu family. But still, that Rameswaram was a very peaceful place. There was calm and peace and unity. They help each other. So even the locality or the place where Abdul Kalam grew, spent his childhood and his life, the locality itself gave him a sense of brotherhood, you can say. As children, when they were very young, as children, none of them felt any difference. Yes, of course, well, when the children are very young, they do not feel any difference. When do they feel difference? When somebody makes the difference, then they will realize, yes, we are different. But as a child, as children, none of them felt any difference among themselves because they were very best friends and they played together. They used to go to school together, sit together, eat together, and study together. There was peace and unity in Rameswaram. That locality, that area or the place itself provided them the sense of brotherhood, sense of oneness. So, in fact, Ramananda Sastri was the son of a head priest in Rameswaram temple. Ramananda Sastri was the son of the head priest in the temple of Rameswaram. So later, when he grew up, when he finished his studies, when he grew up, later he became the priest. He took over the priesthood because his father grew old. He could not perform the pujas in the temple. So therefore Ramananda Sastri took over the priesthood and he performed the pujas in the temple. So you can see these 3 friends, Abdul Kalam's 3 friends. Question might be asked, who were Abdul Kalam's best friends during his childhood? What they become later on, that might be. So we'll learn in our next class what they become later. So Ramananda Sastri, we know that he took over priesthood in the temple of Rameswaram when his father grew old. But what about Ramananda Sastri, Aravindan and Siva Prakashan? In our next class we'll continue. So now we have 6 points. Go through the lessons properly and keep on studying at home. Go through online portal every time. You should not miss your classes, and stay safe and be wise enough to use your time properly. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching. We'll meet in the next class and carry on our lessons. That's all for today.